Well, hey y'all, let's make some salsa today out of my cookbook. And let me tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to heat this up, but I'm going to tell you what I've got going on first. I've got 1 can of fire roasted tomatoes. You can use your favorite kind. If you have some put up tomatoes that you did, do that. I've got 1 can. I've got 1 jalapeno pepper that I seeded and chopped up, and I wore gloves. And this is all to taste, every one of these measurements. I've got 1 red onion. It's about a half of a red onion. And I'm going to go ahead and turn this on about a medium and get it to getting. Now we roasted some garlic together and got it right here. And I'm going to put 1 clove of garlic. And you don't have garlic, go ahead and just add your favorite amount of garlic powder. So there we go. And if you don't have jalapenos, there's these squeezed tubes that you can find in your grocery produce, and you can use the squeezed cilantro, the squeezed garlic. It's just a wonderful product to have around. I'm going to add about a half a teaspoon of salt or so. Now, I'm going to serve this with some salty chips, so I'm not going to stump my toe and go overboard. And I'm going to add some black pepper. There we go. And my recipe calls for 1 whole tablespoon of cumin. And I'm not going to add all of that at one time. I'm going to add and taste as we go. So let's just put a couple teaspoons in. There we go. And then I've got about a half a bunch of cilantro that I'm just washed and cut the leaves off. In it goes. Okay, there we go. We'll close this up before I make a big old mess. Now, I'm going to use my immersion blender, and this is a great thing. You could use your food processor, your blender, whatever you like to use, but this immersion blender is going to do a great job of this. So, I'm just going to give this a dance around the bowl. Okay, there we go. Get this out of the way. Let's see if I can kind of show y'all kind of how chopped up I've got mine. You can leave this chunky monkey if you want to, or you can just stay. You can pulverize this down. But this is just ground up very small. And I'm going to bring this to a boil and let it simmer. Turn it back down and let it simmer for just 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes. You do want to turn it down because tomatoes will pop on you. And I'll give you a little tip. If you're at a restaurant, a Mexican restaurant, and you think the salsa is just a little bit too tomatoey, you can get a sugar package, a Splenda or sugar or whatever they've got sitting there on the table. And you can add just about half a package of that or the whole package, depending on your taste buds. And that'll calm some of that tomato down. So let's just check this for our salt level. Consider it, and remember, we're going to use this with salty chips. So see what we think. How's the cumin? Pretty good? All right. Yum. Okay. All right. I'm going to let this sit here and simmer for a little bit, and we'll get back together when it's time to do the next thing. Okay, I let it simmer for about 5 minutes or so, and then I brought it off the fire. It's just been set here chillaxing. So now I'm going to add about 2 tablespoons of avocado oil. Now you can use your favorite oil. This will just help with the velvetiness. And you may wonder, why are we cooking this? Why don't we just make it and eat it raw? Well, there are a lot of people, y'all, that have trouble with raw onions and raw tomatoes, and that solves this problem. And one thing, whenever you cook your tomatoes down, it elevates the lipocene. Anyway, one of the good ingredients in it that's good for you, it elevates that. So I'm just going to pour it in my little salsa bowl here. And I'll give you one more tip when you're at a restaurant and you think the salsa needs a little something, something, and the sugar just isn't cutting it. You can also add, if you order your water or tea with lemon, take a lemon wedge and squeeze in it, and that makes it freshen up. It brightens it up. Now, I'm going to use this on the border cafe style, and this does not have any wheat or MSG. So this recipe is MSG free, wheat free, flavorful. So let's just and you can also serve this with some lime wedges if you would like to. So let's just get us a little bitty bite here. Y'all, I will put this up against any restaurant's salsa. This is so good, and you can control the ingredients. That is wonderful. I'll add a link on how to order my cookbook. It has 18 appetizer recipes in it. They're all gluten-free and MSG-free. So, all right, y'all. Y'all go have a good day. Go do something fun. Make yourself something that's delectable, delicious, and healthier than eating out. See you next time. Bye, y'all.